Let's talk about Tyler, out at left tackle and what that looks like and just the prospects for the start of the season with the rookie.
Yeah, obviously, just optimistic in a guy that played tackle in college. He came in and has been getting guard reps throughout training camp, but will quickly move over and make that transition. Already has in these practices, and just when you meet Tyler, you just hang around Tyler. You see the competitor, the fighter, just the football player in him, that grit, and that's what I expect to come out. I expect him to be prepared, and the coaches and everybody get him ready, get him prepared. Myself as well as the rest of the offensive line and the team, and his confidence. And as I said, a week ago, I mean, I was in this position 7 years ago. So if there's anybody that's supporting the next man up and about that mentality, it's me. So I'm here to support him and give him the most confidence that he needs.
What do you remember most about that very first start as a rookie? For you, that you could, in terms of tell Tyler Smith about what to do.
Yeah, just play one by one. Take each play one at a time. Understand that you're prepared. Believe that you're prepared, and we will be. We have time to get him there, obviously. But just going out there and playing like the guy that you've played, like he's played with these last few years in college, or just having that belief in yourself and knowing that you're drafted in the first round and in that position for a reason. So just go play.
You've always built a good rapport with your receivers. Have you had time to do that with this group?
Yeah, most definitely. Going back to the spring when these guys first, some of the rookies got in, things progressed fast. Obviously, this is going into, year 3 for CDNI. MG, when he gets back going, the rapport, that chemistry amongst our guys, amongst themselves, honestly, amongst that group alone, is as great as it's ever been. And that just allows for great accountability, great camaraderie, and just hold each other to high standards and our expectations, whether it be practice, the game, or at any point.
The new guys, too?
Yeah, especially the new guys. But when you have guys like CDMG, guys that have a certain culture and a certain demeanor and approach about themselves, the way they attack each day, it's easy for those young guys to follow in and to do the same thing. And as those guys gotten reps and I've worked with them, we've communicated things out and made sure that, we've got great chemistry and on the same page.
You came into this league with such an experienced line between Travis, Zach, Tyron. With such a younger line, how do you learn, how do you need to communicate differently, both in terms of how much and the way you're communicating during games?
Yeah, well, I'm the experienced one now, so it just, roles reversed. So in that sense, as I said, lean on what I know, lean on the experience that I've had. Obviously, other guys like Zach there, guy like Tyler Biotic, who is picking everything up fast and just seeing the defenses, being ready for them the next time they come. We'll be fine, and just making sure that we're all on the same page. And if we're on the same page, it really doesn't matter what they throw at us.
How does it change the offensive approach, having someone who's never started a game versus a guy who's an 8-time Pro Bowler?
I don't think the offense as a whole can think about changing. I mean, I think we drafted that guy, and I think we've put in our backups in place in every position so that in a situation where this happens, you don't have to flip the script and change everything. You, as you said, next man up mentality, and you find a way to help that guy, but you understand you're going to be who you are, whether it be in the pass game, drop back, whatever it may be, and that guy just needs to understand that and get up to speed.
It feels like Brady's going to play forever, because he just keeps on doing it every year at such a high level, but when you get a chance to go head-to-head against somebody like that, one of the greatest, if not the greatest ever, what is that like for you to experience that and to kind of maybe embrace those moments, because it's probably coming to an end at some point?
Yeah, you definitely have to embrace it. As you said, a guy whose resume speaks for himself, who shows up at his age and is still better than most to do this. And as you said, the greatest to do this, honestly, to play this position. Won, 7 championships more than any team, and just in the moments of playing him, understanding what that team's going to bring. With him as the leader and him on the other side, knowing whether it be defense, special teams, whatever it may be, they're going to come for a fight all 4 quarters, and same with this group. So just ready for that matchup.
In the recent Derek Jeter documentary, you talked about being the Yankee shortstop, and you get so many times when you're in the spotlight and everybody's looking at you, and you're playing so many big games. For you, how much do you relish that opportunity? Because obviously you guys playing so many big games, and next Sunday night will be the same thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've said over and over, pressure is a privilege, and I think playing in as many primetime or national games as we do, it just allows those expectations and standards that everybody have, not only for myself, to just always be heightened. And when you're playing on national TV each game, you're as good as your last game. And that's a saying that I always say, whether it be in the house in Domino's or whether it be a play on the football field or in a game. So having that around me just makes me really lock into who I am, what I need to do, what we need to do as a team, and focus game in and game out and taking it one at a time.
How much along with that? You haven't made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons yet since you've been here in this nucleus.
Yeah.
One, does that surprise you? And two, Is that part of the reason you don't think this team has been able to get to where it wants to go? You kind of have to put yourself in that situation year in, year out.
Yeah, it's definitely time for us to go back to back and winning this division, getting to the playoffs, things that you said hadn't been done in my career and hadn't been done here in a long time. And yeah, that's how you make those steps. You've got to compile good years on top of good years to make those runs, to give yourself a good chance. And we've got a good team. We've got a great team, great coaching, great organization. So now it's time to not have any lapse, be better than we were last year, and take a next step on top of last year.
How much do you feel that onus to lift this franchise to that playoff breakthrough that's been so long since they've had?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it over and over. Anytime you sign up to play this position, you need to know what comes with it. And being the quarterback of this team, I understand my obligation and my responsibilities. And if that's to lift other guys up, to help where I have to, I'm going to do that. And that's something I take a lot of pride in. I cherish the times that I can do that and get to do that. And for me, it's just about going out there and being me and not trying to do too much.
You've been around Noah Brown for a while.
Yeah.
Now, what about the way that he goes about his job and his process has made him earn your trust?
Noah's earned my trust from day one, and it's only gotten greater and greater. You want to find a guy who's the epitome of being a professional. It's Noah Brown on and off the field. The way that he carries himself, the way that he approaches, the way he shows up each and every day. He's somebody that those young guys need to follow, not just should follow, but need to follow. And whatever your role may be, big, small, for him as a young guy, motion in the backfield, blocking the mic, to now starting at receiver. So it's just important for people to watch him and know what his career has been and the type of player and person that he is and will continue to be.
What's your approach when these young receivers need help, when they make a mistake and they look at you? What's your approach there?
Sure, give them the answer, depending on what they need help with. You know what I mean? If it's their confidence, obviously I'll see that in their body language and to know to pick that up and pick them up, remind them of the good play or the good plays that they made. And if it's a route or something in the scheme, make sure that they know it. And the next time I see them, I'm going to quiz them on it again. So it's just about making sure that they understand they can ask me and they can come to me with whatever it is that may be holding them back.
Aaron Rodgers cussed out his young guys and then end up kind of apologizing. Would that be in your repertoire if needed to cuss out a young guy?
I wouldn't apologize. If I did it, I wouldn't apologize. So that tells you that. I don't know if I'd get there. And as you get older, you don't take many things for granted. So I understand, where he is, where he was probably, but. Yeah, I'm always me, and I'm not trying to be anyone else. So if I get to that point, I wouldn't apologize. So it is what it is.
Just staying on receivers for a second. Just how do you juxtapose last year you go into the season with three guys who could get 1,000 yards and three guys who can get all these catches with Gallup and Amari and CD, and now you go into the opening game with only one guy who's caught a touchdown pass in the game from you, and you got all these young guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what the defense has seen and what they've known. They just knew those three guys to catch over 1,000 yards and have that many balls thrown. They just hadn't seen some of the guys that we've got that are going to come out there yet. And for a guy like Noah Brown who just hadn't had those opportunities to do that over and over. So, and then you got a guy like CeeDee Lamb who has and who's continued to take steps and has taken a step to be the guy. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm confident as hell and excited about the group that we have and anything that we're going into.
You obviously have. What did you get from last year's game? Watching.
Yeah, sure, everything. I mean, they returned pretty much majority, except a couple of the D linemen, obviously, but expect the obviously Todd Bowles calling the plays to be the same. The defense, those two linebackers leading the charge, running around, playing fast, disguises. Watch that game and a few others that we'll choose from the season, and be ready to go.
You've obviously worked with Britt at length in the past, as at many
The
guys
great Britt
do.
Brown.
That's right, yeah. And so when you see a guy like Gallup go through
Yeah.
the process with them, knowing that process yourself, does it give you confidence that, all right, when MG gets back, you'll know that he's ready to go?
Yeah, I know he'll be ready to go. There's no lack of confidence or any doubt in my mind that he'll be ready to go. And for me, it's just about making sure that MG understands that and understanding where he may be in the middle side of the injury. So, and it isn't just me. If you watch him in practice, there's guys that are always hollering over there when they see MG doing something, or the other guys working on something to get themselves back. Even Zeke.
Just going back to pressure is privilege.
Yeah.
Why do you like having the pressure on you?
I believe high expectations create higher results, and so I feel like I'm my biggest critic. I'm tough on myself. I'm always going to hold myself to extreme, super high expectations, higher than I think anyone else can. But when you feel other people have those expectations for you as well, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, that at that point, what you believe in yourself, other people believe in it too, and you just want to continue to improve and be the best you can.
Do you feel like you've ever had this much privilege?
Oh, it's a good one. I like how you put that. Maybe in times, but where we are right now, it's all excitement. It is. It's truly a privilege to be the quarterback of this team, to be the leader of these guys, offense, defense, this coaching staff that we have. And, yeah, especially with everything being said about us. You know what I mean? The lack of what we have is keep writing, keep talking. We're ready to go play.
Jerry mentioned on radio this week how he still wants that playoff loss against San Francisco to hurt. Y'all talked about that at the beginning of training camp. At what point?
Yeah.
He also said he don't want to dwell on it either, but it's just Jerry.
Same. That's right.
At what point to transition from let's motivate it, but also we gotta move like.
Yeah, I mean, I've moved on, and that's all it is right now is motivation. If when you brought it up, I said shit, yeah, sorry. I mean, you know what I mean. And if you bring it up, the blood boils, and yeah, but there's nothing you can do about that except move forward and be the absolute best that you can, day in and day out, and prepare and worry about all the small things and things that ended up hurting us in that game, making sure that we're dialed into them now and moving forward all the way throughout the season.
There's a lot of young guys on this team. What do you like about sort of the youth movement that's being built here?
Yeah, I love the youth. I just think about when I was a young player and just understanding the excitement, the confidence that they can have, and a little bit of that naiveness of just think that some of those young guys thinking that they're the best to do it, and I want to make sure that they believe that and think that. And so we have a great mix of young guys with enough veteran guys that this is a great chemistry, best locker room that I've been a part of, and it's exciting. Thank you, guys.